Back. This is like what people are listening to. Like the Twitch, on the YouTube. Yeah. Move my mic. Twitch sound.
Yeah, are you playing back the previous one?
Hello.
Hi. It's weird. I can see myself in like widescreen here, but not there.
YouTube.
Ah, the old YouTubes.
Turn it off on these. I'm gonna have them like on my tabs, but just
Cool.
Just so I can look at chats.
Chats. Yeah, feel free to say hi in the chat. Drop on in. Oh, fuck. What's up? What's up?
Right.
How you doing today?
Good. What's that thing like? IEO. It's like Misa potatoes or whatever.
Oh, just like mouth warm-ups?
Yeah.
How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? Unique New York. Unique New York.
There was a murder on the subway. All right. Stretch. Hold on. Your back, like, get that back stretch.
I do.
Glad you game. Welcome to Glad You Game Pod. Here we go. Live again, coming at you. I think we might break this up into a two-parter. We'll just see how long it goes.
Yeah.
Basically, because we have some travel, obviously, with the holidays coming up. Also, Merry Christmas if you celebrated that. This is after.
A couple
Christmas,
days after, yeah.
But happy holidays for whatever you do celebrate. And potentially Happy New Year if you're listening to us then. Because this will be the same episode, technically.
Hell yeah.
So we're trying to break that up. We got a couple fun topics as per usual. And yeah, let's get it. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. And if you are listening to this now, you can watch the full thing on there. Or if you want to feel like there's a new episode coming out next week, you can also do that. Hopefully it's longer than an hour, so it's not 2 30-minute episodes, but we're going to see. We're going to try to go for like 2:45. So we're going to try to go for like an hour and a half.
I don't think it's ever been a problem for us. We always have to reel it in.
Yeah, that's true. Normally we have to back it up, back that ass up, back that ass up.
So I know we have it last on our list, but I feel like doing a little review of holiday gaming and
let's jump in. What did you play? To be honest, I didn't do any holiday gaming because I didn't have a system with me.
None.
Oh, that's not true. I played Rummy 500, which is a card game.
That it is.
And that was pretty fun. And then we also played Catchphrase, which I fucking love.
Yeah, Catchphrase is a
ton of fun. Yeah, that gets you going. It also causes a lot of like family arguments when like, how the fuck did you not get that hint? You should have got that fucking hint. And obviously, if people are drinking, then it gets excessively more like, yeah, it's fun. How do you not know this is a country in Asia? You're an idiot.
You're a couple nogs in, it can get a little heated.
Yeah, which makes it more fun, I always find. But so I said it's physical gaming. So Catchphrase and Rummy 500. So non-digital gaming. I guess actually my Catchphrase thing is a digital game.
Yeah, a little
whatever
rudimentary, but
so that was my holiday gaming thing. It was a lot of fun. How about you? What did you dive into with the clan, brood of Parise?
I brought the Switch back, or the Switch with me. And
the Switchblade.
You can get like a little adapter that you've seen before. That
Yes.
just like hooks it up to the TV without actually having to travel with the dock and everything, which is
I said we brought that on the bachelor party, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's where I've seen it before.
We played Mario Kart, Smash. My brother's been getting pretty good at Smash, so he whooped my butt a couple times.
I thought you were like, so we stopped playing.
No.
My brother got pretty good at it, so we just didn't play it.
We actually, for like a fleeting moment, got all 6 of us on Jackpot games at one time.
Whoa.
And yeah, it was pretty good.
Who won that one?
I think Wyatt did a couple times. I did one time. It was actually like pretty even throughout. Yeah.
Pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that makes sense.
Everyone enjoys the trivia murder party.
That one's the most fun. That's like my favorite.
Yeah.
That or
Quiplash is mine.
Quiplash, because then you just like make up ridiculous stuff and it always becomes like super like sex joking stuff.
Yes.
It's like it's fun. The other one I don't really like fibbage or whatever, because it like forces you to like pick someone else's stuff. That's what I don't like. I like Quiplash because you write your own jokes.
Yes. Yeah.
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't like having to pick between 2 jokes that I didn't write or whatever. Let's come up with my own stuff.
And then the new one has like a drawing game. I think it's called Champed Up.
Okay.
So
this is Jackbox 7?
Yes.
Okay.
So you basically get a prompt where it's like the king of ruining Christmas. And then
the Grinch.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll draw the Grinch to the best of your ability. And
that would be terrible for me. Like I can't draw for shit.
And then the other person has to draw and name their opponent, but you don't get the original prompt. You just see what your opponent you're fighting is.
Okay.
So that one, yeah, you could do Santa Claus or something like that, where it would definitely not be the person who ruins Christmas.
Right.
But yeah. So it's a very interesting way. And then they change up like the prompts and you can use old characters. They have it really like well done, where it kind of has like callbacks, which I think is something that's like kind of missing from those games. And I think Quiplash 3 does that as well, which is nice.
Oh, is that the new Quiplash?
Oh yeah. Yep.
How is that one?
We didn't play too much of that, but they do callbacks or have like older ones that you can use again.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. No, it's good. And then
feel free to talk in the chat, by the way. We see you got a couple people joining us, so feel free to drop by. We do have it up this week, so we will try to acknowledge when you say something, or if you want us to talk about something. Obviously we have topics, or you just want general input or say hi. And if you're listening on audio, you don't need to text us. There's 2 different people I can think of that will text us answers of trivia like we're doing it live. If you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify, we are not live right now. So texting us live answers is very confusing when we're at work. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, yeah, that was my trivia question from whatever.
Yes.
Especially this one, when it's going to be a broken up episode in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now, getting texts from.
Found out that we are still pretty terrible at coordinating Zoom and or Discord gaming sessions.
Oh yeah.
Like to have like one screen shared and still trying to do video chat. We ended up doing like some jerry rig plug into the TV webcam on a 6-foot cable set up on a tripod, and like it kind of worked. It's really a pain in the butt, and I feel like I should really look at a tutorial of how to set that up appropriately. And just getting everyone on Zoom, getting everyone on Discord, making sure they're signed up for one or the other. And
yeah,
it's a whole mess, but definitely fun once everyone gets on it. And like being able to play with my cousins that we aren't able to see this year was really nice.
Yeah, that's cool. So you get to like have a virtual bubble for the holiday. Yeah.
And it was kind of great too, because like obviously you do like a big family dinner where everyone's together, and my dad had like a chat with his sisters, my aunts and stuff earlier that day, and it was very much like everyone's asking like, oh, what are you doing, who are you dating, how's everything going, how's the baby? And then like 10 o'clock at night we're just all playing games, like shit talking each other.
That's the best
as per usual, which is what we do at the house anyway. When
you always are happy to see family in the first 30 minutes, and then after that it's like drinks start flowing, then it's like
the kids table needs to go do their own thing.
Then like people are getting antsy and something's pissed off about something else, and then it's just like, all right, cool, now we're after the formalities are over. Now we can actually act like a family and fucking yell at each other.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Good stuff. Yeah. Love it. Gotta love it.
Yeah, and then on top of that, got a what's it called? On
What is it called? That's a good question.
on the Switch, I finally got Among Us on there,
Okay.
which is impossible to play with just the
On a
controller.
Yeah, I saw it's also coming
But
like Xbox and like PlayStation,
Since
but
it's
that's
handheld on the Switch
Mhm.
and it has a touchscreen, you can actually like type there. I'm still slower than anyone that actually has a keyboard,
Mhm.
which is always great because people are just so quick to be like, "Where were you? Who died? What are you doing?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "I am in electrical."
Oh my god, dude, fuck that. That's why you have to get on like a Discord for it. I'm surprised they don't use like a voice chat. Do they not have a
You
voice
can if you do it like yourself or set
Okay.
something up, but for just like hopping online to a random game, their matchmaking is also pretty terrible. You
on
have
Switch?
to
Yeah.
but just Among Us
General?
overall,
Okay.
because you have to like sign on to an online
You sign on to like an online
open
server.
play thing,
Yeah.
and
you
then
go in
they
that
fill
ship.
up so fast, and
Yeah.
it doesn't. You actually have to join a specific room,
Mm.
and each room fills up so fast that you're like constantly refreshing and trying to join and
Oh,
refreshing.
it's all
and
getting
kinda-
this each other room. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you would think it would be better by now, especially with how large it's got, but hopefully there'll be some big updates. They have that new map coming, or is that new map out?
The
now?
new map is out. I have not
Okay.
tried that one yet.
Okay.
I'm still getting my
Bearings with the original.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
I gotcha. All right, so I was like fucking with my camera half that time just to kind of get it to set properly. We'll see if it worked out. I don't really know.
Yep.
It looks fine. All right, but no, yeah, I haven't. I wish I got some more Among Us play, and although I will say that so now that we do this live and stuff, we always both make sure we shower and stuff. I was gonna say, great haircut if you see it on
Thank
the
you.
video. Sage looks all dressed up. He has like the button up, the haircut. I have a hat on, Eagles play today, obviously, so we got to go Birds. And I just have my T-shirt on because I was like, whatever, I don't give a shit.
Go Wolverines.
These are Dirt Wolves. It's the Arya Stark jersey
Nice.
for last season of Game of Thrones. Your team Dirt Wolf. Or Dire Wolf. Team Dirt Wolf is victory beer, which I'd rather be drinking right now, I guess. So that's where that's coming
And I've
from.
read it 3 times, and I read it different all time.
Yeah, so it's not a great jersey, or it's called a jersey because it's a shirt jersey. So there's
I like it.
that pun. But anyways, so try to think we look good and all that. So it's like obviously you shower beforehand, like you obviously put yourself together. So I was like, I'm gonna go take a shower. So to get in the mood and stuff, I've been showering to only like video game stuff lately.
Oh, like music?
Yeah, so I've been jamming 2 things. One is a world-renowned video game actor.
Yep. Ashley
Yep.
Johnson.
Yep, Vin Diesel. So
oh god, you listen to that new album?
Yeah,
My brother actually owes me $100 because he thought that I wasn't going to be able to guess who we were listening to. And
you
he
were
was
playing
like,
it
it's an action
at the
star, and
holiday
I'm like
thing.
yeah, like a week before, but yeah,
That's hilarious. Yeah, it's got all like I do or like it's like I do. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not good. It sounds like he just used some random DJ track and they just said not like I do,
Yeah.
and someone just looped that for 3.5 minutes. So I was like, well,
which, to be fair, is like half the stuff on the radio nowadays.
Yes, exactly. So it doesn't sound. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't sound too much. Like it's not as bad as you think because it sounds almost like everything else.
Yeah.
That like if it just came on, I wouldn't be like, oh, Vin Diesel. One, I would just never knew Vin Diesel would do that. But anyway, so I've been jamming that, and obviously he's a famous voice actor now because he's in Arc 2. Remember that trailer from the Game Awards? We're like, what the fuck is Vin Diesel in now? And the second song that comes on, I take like a 6-minute shower, so it's the 2 songs.
Hell yeah.
The second song that comes on is from a very prominent game series where it's open world. There's a bunch of them. You jump around, you shoot things. Open world RPG, kind of an RPG, more just action adventure. Made by Ubisoft.
I feel like that actually hurt me because I was going to go Witcher.
No, yeah, that definitely. So Far Cry, and it's specifically from Far Cry Blood Dragon, and it's the love theme from
Blood
that.
Dragon.
And it's like the sweet electric like sax, like the 80s like synth wave shit, which I love. So I'm just listening to that, and it's like meow, meow, meow. So I'm like washing myself in the shower to basically like an 80s sex theme, and like this like high technica 80s synth. It's like and then like the saxophone like nails that chord and like electric guitar, and I'm like, yeah, baby. That's how we wash. That's how I get
game.
That's how I get in the mood for Glad You Game. I'm like, get my sweet like serenation of Vin Diesel and 80s love theme music from Blood Dragon.
Don't get too glad.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be pretty glad I just gamed. But no, it's yeah, so that got me in the mood. So that's part of now I was like, I think that's just gonna be my pre-stream shower is I need to have like 2 video game related songs. Right now, Vin Diesel and Love Theme pretty up there. To be completely honest, Love Theme has always been there. I love the soundtrack of Blood Dragon. I think it's like awesome. Yeah. But that's because I love that 80s synthwave stuff, and it's just like it's so good. So I need that electronic sax. We don't get enough electronic sax.
Gaming
anymore.
Music is great for like if you're just trying to get shit done at work or like you're studying. I wish I had that when I was studying, but it's the perfect like melodies that you want. They're always like kind of like a driving energy to like keep you pumped up about whatever you're doing or not get too lulled into stuff. And then almost none of them have like a vocal element to it. It's all instrumental.
The sweet instrumental too.
So you're not getting like distracted by any lyrics or stuff like that. So it's actually like a really, I just got into that this year and I love like working with it or just having it as background noise.
Dude, it is. It just keeps you going, but you're not getting distracted, like you said, by the lyrics. Because it's like you don't have to like, oh, I have to pay attention to whatever the fuck. To be honest, I kind of zone that shit out generally in music. Unless someone's like, go listen to the lyrics. I'm probably not listening to the lyrics.
No, I do as well, but I feel like when I'm working, I'm looking for an excuse to be distracted. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, I never realized that he said doodly do.
Like, did he? That's where your Adderall or Vyvanse comes into play. And it's like, hyper focus. Yeah, no, I love it just any video game soundtrack, but specifically Blood Dragon. To me, I've listened to Blood Dragon soundtrack for like fucking a decade now or whenever the hell that came out because it's so good. Yeah, just because it's like everything I love. It's like, oh, Terminator 2 or whatever. It's like it just kind of gives you that feeling. But there's a ton in that, especially for well, not to keep going about the Blood Dragon, but like a mod of a game. Well, an expansion of a game that's like to me better than any of the original standalone games.
That's cool when those come out and they actually do play better than the original game.
But anyway, so I showered, people. So the long story short is I showered and I listened to some video game music. So now I'm like, if you guys have any video game music you do like that you think it would be good for me to shower to, feel free to tweet or Instagram or DM us and let me know what should be showered, and we'll get Sage in it too. Not in the same shower, but we'll have the Glad You Game shower mix. We'll make a playlist on Spotify. I'll throw some stuff on there. So anything you want to throw into the video game shower mix, you just DM one of us and or any of the accounts, Glad You Game Pod on all the socials, and we'll get that on the shower mix, the GYGP shower mix, baby. It's I love how that just came to me, and I was like, I think this is a thing now. Just like, what'd you wash yourself today to? Oh, just some sweet jubilation of fucking Among Us random theme.
We'll debate on our own time whether it's called the shower mix or just game mix.
Oh no, it is the shower mix. It has to be because it's only allowed to be played at showers. It could be a baby shower.
Baby shower.
Yeah. A wedding shower. Is that a thing? A bridal shower. I knew there was a wedding shower. Yeah. So those are the shower, and then real showers. Those are the 3 options. Yeah. So you get those. If I forgot of a shower type, you can let us know. We'll prove it or disprove it. And that's a gaming shower when you have a big gender reveal of the game. Is it Xbox? Is it PlayStation? We'll find out. What if you did that? Like if they just did like Sony, the way they showed new exclusives is they had like pop smoke and it was like blue smoke, and you're like, oh, it's a Sony exclusive. And then if it's green scope, it's like an Xbox exclusive. It's like the gaming gender reveals. I think that's what they need to do at E3 next year. Just don't tell whose press conference we're at, and just like make a ridiculous gender reveal. But it's like
you play the trailer, but instead of just having a tag at the bottom, it
just explodes up. Yeah,
they get some like baseball player in there to just like.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And it's like, or that's how they do the new Madden. They just throw the football on, and it's like, well, it's coming out first on PlayStation or Xbox. Or what would Switch be like? Red,
I guess.
Yeah, I guess Switch. And then PC would be like white. I don't know.
Yeah,
like black, white,
just a ball of wires.
PC would just be like nothing. It would be like air. be like, it's already everywhere because PC's the greatest. Blah blah blah.
PC Master.
I feel like it'll be yellow. Actually, I feel like yellow is a good PC color.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say yellow. Okay.
I'm glad
So,
we figured that out.
Now that the publishers are listening,
Get
we've
on
decided
it.
every new game, every exclusive game announcements must be a gender reveal, but it's a platform reveal. PlayStation is blue, which I think everybody would agree with.
Yeah.
Xbox is green, which I also think is like obvious. Nintendo red, I think that's pretty close. And then it could be purple though, because the GameCube purple was like classic color. But it's too late now. The voting's been done. I'm sorry. Maybe next year when we switch up the thing. But the publishers are already listening to us. They're the only people live on this in the chat. I'll agree. And then PC, I think it was a unanimous vote for yellow. So we've done it. Thank you.
1 out of 1 votes.
Yes,
for yellow.
I mean, yeah, there's one vote, and unanimously that one vote was yellow. So it's happening. So we officially have platform reveals. I love that. We should do that. We should just make our own platform reveals. Like if there's like a new Last of Us game, be like, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe when it's warm out. Not when it's cold.
I have realized since we're on an audio platform that my embarrassed laugh is almost silent.
Yeah, but like now that we have the video, though, we can see it.
Yeah.
So our visual listeners, our visual learners will know. Then the audio ones would be like, well, Sage just agrees and does nothing. You'll see all Sage's mannerisms. If you watch it on YouTube, which if you do, subscribe. It is called Glad You Game Pod on YouTube. I think Pod is the last name. Like the first name is Glad You Game, the last name is Pod. It's a weird surname, but you have to. But like we're not allowed. Yeah, we're not allowed to be / Glad You Game until you have like 100 subscribers. You have to have like it's a certain percentage of subscribers. Yeah. So we got to get there. So subscribe on the YouTube. It's Glad You Game Pod. I think we link it. If we don't, you'll find it. I believe in you. It's got the fucking logo of the dude logo. So just find it. We just got to build subscribers on it, so then we can just be like, or find us on / Glad You Game Pod, because right now it's like / 32-bit alphanumeric key code, and it's like I don't want to fucking say that. And you know how much of a bitch is to link that? I actually made a Bitly link, like a small tiny link for it, so that works for now. But it would be nice to be like just Glad You Game Pod. If you search it, it does show up.
Oh yeah,
I'm 90.
I have searched it.
% sure
it shows up.
But it's so funny when it does show up. It says Glad You Game and it has a space pod. Because it's the last name. It's like a dude's. It looks like Sage's, just some random guy's thing. It's like, yep. Until you get as many subscribers, you can't like use any of the cool features. It's like, damn it, that's so annoying.
That sucks.
We'll get there though. We'll build that. We have the thing to build up the Twitch, to build up the Twitter, to build up the Instagram. They're all like slowly building. Like Twitter, we have over 100. We're in the 80s for everything else.
Yeah.
So we're getting
Twitch. We got affiliated pretty quick.
Twitch, we got real. Yeah, well, I went hard in the paint for like a month on that. That was like,
you did.
we got to. I'm definitely getting back into that. I'm actually off my day job. We were off for the week, so I probably get some stream time on. I got to figure out what I'm streaming. Actually, that kind of leads me into. I'll probably stream some Teardown because I've been really sinking my teeth in that. I will stream Cyberpunk, except I just have it on PlayStation. And
why don't you give us a little teardown of what Teardown's about?
I will stream Cyberpunk at some point. It's just a bitch to do on the PS5.
Yeah.
Because I can't get all the sweet overlays. Now that we have this sweet Glad You Game thing we do for the pod, I got to use that title card.
Yeah.
But all the overlays on the PC, so if I do that, like Teardown, I'll be able to do. But yeah, so Teardown, it's kind of like a voxel game. So like like the volumetric pixels that are like
like Wind Waker or whatever.
Yeah, kind of like I wish. See, this is why we need a producer.
Or like Borderlands.
No, that's more like cell stuff. It's like a fat pixel. I don't know.
All right.
Like a volumetric thing. So it's depending like a pixel going like this, it kind of feels like what you would think of like filling a jar.
Okay.
If I showed you a picture of it, you would immediately be like, just pull. You can't pull a picture, but can I pull a picture for you? I can. If anybody can't see, I'm like holding my hands open. The way I'm hand gesturing this is super Italian and probably not accurate at all.
Mamma mia, vox pixels.
Well, I meant because like notoriously hand gesturing people, which is great.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I love any like,
but it's kind
funky
of like
kind of art styles, and I love that gaming's kind of gotten to a point that those are embraced again, and it's not just trying to push the envelope for the most clarity or the most whatever, but Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of more like Minecraft, if anything.
Well, kind of, but different. Minecraft still feels like it's like 2D. This is like adds like you'll if you see it, you'll see what I'm saying. It is similar to Minecraft, but like it just looks more like 3D, I guess.
Yeah, it's blocky. It's kind of
But yeah, so it's kind of like a Minecraft, but like a heist game. Basically, you
word.
like run a destruction. It's it's a pretty ridiculous, funny story. It's clear they just like we want to make create ridiculous heists. So what's a story that can a campaign narrative, and it's just like you run a failing destruction company, and like some random dude is like, "Hey, I got this lamp outside the mall, but my house needs to get demolished. Can you come at midnight and demolish it and leave by 1 a.m.?" And it's like you can demolish it any way you want. And when you level up, you get like shotguns, pistols, pipe bombs. You can drive cars into buildings to create all this. It's like just like in Minecraft, where you can create your own like kind of world thing.
Yeah.
You create this, but it's all like heist destruction. And basically, you click alarms or whatever. Once the alarm goes off, you have 1 minute to get all of them. There's like optional objectives and required objectives. Like you got to get like 5 pieces of intelligence, let's say, but there's 10 total, or you got to steal 10 cars, but only 4 of them you have to steal.
Okay.
And you have 60 seconds, but you're like, oh, I want to figure out how to do this. And there's boats, all this shit. So you end up like, but you have it's 60 seconds to do the actual heist, but you have much time to plan the heist. So you can like destroy the ground with a bulldozer or like a crane thing and move stuff without ripping the alarm wire. Because once the alarm wire rips, it just starts going.
Oh, okay. So it's only when the alarm goes off that it's timed.
Right. So you can kind of you can destroy buildings and be like, all right, so I can drive the car through this building to get here and get this by 1 second or this by 1 second.
Dope.
And it's fucking awesome. It is like the most fun like heist game. I mean, there's no real like Payday 2 is probably the most fun heist game because that makes you feel like you're in the movies and stuff, heist games.
Yeah.
But this is just like if Minecraft was a heist game, it's pretty much what it is.
Hell yeah.
And it's just like a ton of fun because you get so much time to be like, all right, how am I going to get through this? And how much time do I want to spend doing this? Because it would take a long fucking time to you can like destroy like platforms or houses to fall into the water so you can get stuff to get into the water. And there's ways to actually destroy. Some of them are just destroy this car or destroy this object.
Yeah.
But you can destroy it sometimes without setting the alarm wire off. Like this one car was like in a building, but it was attached to another truck. So you can move the big truck that it's attached to, and the truck thing is just sitting on the platform. So it's not the alarm won't go off until you move the car off the platform, but you can drive the platform car. I just drove that into the fucking ocean, and I already got that requirement done without setting the alarm off. So that was still considered part of the planning phase, but I already had that taken care of. So then I had more time to do the optional objectives.
That's fun.
So basically you have to do all this stuff, then you have to get away either in a boat, a truck, or like a helicopter. There's like you just get into this thing, but you have to bring everything back. And like the maps get bigger and bigger. Basically, you're this failing destruction. Go back to the actual story. You're this failing destruction company that's like, oh, you got to destroy this house at midnight. So you destroy it, and it's like, oh, that was great. Turns out it was like a national landmark. And the guy asking you to do it is like some sleazy fucking politician dude or something, or like sleazy business guy.
So you just kind of burying yourself deeper and deeper.
Yeah, and you get your elder mother keeps emailing you. She's like, I can't turn the electric on. We have to find more jobs. And then she's like, oh, we found this new job. And like all of a sudden the electric's turned back on. Keep talking to that guy. He seems a little shady. Then she's like, the cops are poking her. By the way, there's no voices in this game. That's just what I feel.
All like typed.
That's all typed out, but she has like the picture from like Hey Arnold's grandmother, I think, and like that's the voice that I'm hearing is like, oh well, you're doing good, Justin, but you gotta keep doing this. So that's like what I fucking hear. Anyway, so the cops come after you, and the cops are like, well, we're not gonna hunt you for destroying the landmark, but we need a warrant to get this guy's stuff, but you don't need warrants. So then you basically just destroy this dude's whole property to get like pieces of intelligence. So then it's like basically 3 people. You have this cop, the guy who's like the sleazy business guy, then the guy that hates the sleazy business guy, and you find out they're all 3 connected. And he was like, this one guy's like a chemical plant, this other guy's a sleazy businessman, and the one's a cop. And they basically keep sending you, those are the 3 that I know so far. And you just go on missions that are all fucking each other over, and they're like, someone like knocked down my tower. He got somebody to do this. I can't believe who. So I need you to do this. And you were obviously the one who shot. So you're the one destroying all 3 of their properties or whatever for each other. And like, they're all like, he keeps finding somebody to do all this stuff. So I need you to do this, like not putting together, but it's done in like a very like high, like obvious satire way.
Yeah.
That it's so fucking funny if you actually read these things, and they're just little emails. But then at the end, it just says play mission, and you jump in.
Yep.
But I like reading the little email snippets because it's like these people freaking out, and they're like, "Oh, this guy like took 2 movie cars that he wanted to get, but he won't take real good care of them. I will take better care of them. So I need you to take them back from me. It's fully legal because I would be the better owner, so that's legal." That's like the rationale. And then like the guy's like, "I know he stole it because he keeps bragging about his new cars at the club. So I need you to like destroy 9 of his paintings in his house." And it's like all this crazy shit. So yeah, that's what I'm saying so far. You go all around the country, which is another thing. You're like this 1-person destruction operation in like fucking like South Georgia, yet you go in all around like the world to be like the destruction guy. And it's like, okay, this is obviously like ridiculous. Like, why would? But like every time you come back to your house, you get like upgraded stuff. So you get like
I feel like it's like a PG Hitman.
Kind of, yeah. And it's just they just wanted to create a fun architecture of the story, like story arc that just like is like it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then like just have fun playing. So basically, but a lot of times, so you get stats like how many of the required things you steal, how many of the options and things you steal, and how much time do you have left when you got out.
Gotcha.
A lot of times it's like 1.1 guy got out with 0.5 seconds. But I got everything. I was like, yeah, bitch. But there's bombs, shotguns, pipe bombs, pistols, and they all do like little different things. So you can like have a more of an effect, and you can go back and play any mission if you want to try to do it with newer tech and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like a ton of fun to like use your creativity and be like something that I might see to where you're like, oh, just fucking drive the boat through the building.
Yeah.
The safe will fall. Like a couple of times, like you get this crane operated thing, you can drive it through the building, have the crane hold onto this safe so it doesn't rip the alarm wire, and you can like have it hovering over the car you want to take. So you can jump and just drop the safe and get in the car at the same time. So that way the
alarm wire snaps like as soon as you're driving away.
Right. So you can be ready to go and then like save you 2 seconds off that. Yeah. But you just might see like, oh, you can drive through this window, or you use a bomb to blow this. There's so many different ways of solving the same problem, which I really like. So it's like we don't care how you do it. You got to get these things to this location. You only have to get X, Y, and Z. But if you want to get G, H, B, W, whatever the fuck, go for it. Yeah. And obviously I'm like, I need all of them. But you spend like, I mean, my average planning time is probably like 30 minutes to an hour. Like it's a 1 minute heist, but you spend like an hour. Yeah. It's like Minecraft. Like you're like, oh, I'll jump in. And then it's like 4 hours later, you build a village, or you built like one building and it took an hour because like you're trying to be so methodical.
You want a golden fireplace and you got to smelt all the
right.
Those are the games too that I feel like are really fun to stream because
I'm definitely going to stream
everyone.
It this week.
The chat can get in on it where it's like, ooh, what if you do this? What if you do this? Yes. So it's like not like they're necessarily dictating it, but
I mean, I would love to take like
crowdsource ideas.
Yeah. Well, like I said, like you might notice something I don't.
Yeah.
So I'd love to get like chat to be like, oh, why don't you like knock off this pillar? And like some of them are like houses that are propped up on like actual pillars and stuff.
Okay.
Like so it's like just knock the foundations out, whole house collapses down. So it's like you can change the environment drastically. You can dig up ground. You can fucking do all this shit.
So it has like stuff a sandboxing nature to it.
Oh, it's a complete sandbox. And there also is build your own. So you can build your own heist and build your own world and stuff, which I feel like you would be good if you streamed building it and then I would do the heist or something like that. Yeah, because I know you like building those worlds like you did in that fucking Sandman. Not Sandman. Nope. Don't tell me Sandbox. Nope. Gingerbread. We're getting there.
It's close.
Sackboy. Little Big Planet. Booyah, baby. Got it.
No, that was fun. I spent countless hours
probably
in
days.
College. Yeah. I made like a Spider-Man one.
Yeah.
And
they were good. Like I played some. They were fucking like really in depth.
Thank you. It was probably could have spent my time better, but
I don't think so.
That's what college is for, right? Just bullshitting.
Yeah, just fuck around. I mean, I guess you could learn, but it's really just bullshit and drinking. Yeah.
I mean, I learned how to make Spider-Man's web come out when you were midair, and was pretty proud of that.
Kind of teaching you some physics too, because they're using most of them are using Newtonian physics, which this Earth runs off of Newtonian physics. So
that it does.
Isaac Newton, no big deal, just dropping those knowledge bombs. The funny part was like someone asked me like, "What'd you get yourself for Christmas?" And I was like, "Oh, I got these like 3 engineering textbooks. One's a solution architect book, the others are game development and the Unity certification test."
Yeah,
and they were like, "Nice, but what'd you get like for fun and stuff like that?" And I was like, "Oh, these 3 engineering textbooks and stuff." And they're like, "Oh, yeah. Okay," because I read textbooks like people read narrative novels. Like I think I showed them to you, and you're like,
"Are they the ones that are holding up my camera right now?"
I can't see without moving my camera.
Game coding complete.
No, those are old ones. I got new ones.
All right.
They're orange and say like they're made by Packet. It's like PACKT or PAKET or something like that. Yeah, they're in the other room, but then I also got Is This Anything for Jerry Seinfeld, but that's like the only, but it's just all his jokes. There's no actual narrative structure. It's every joke he's done since 1970 until like last week. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that he had a notebook of all of them, and it's done in like timing structure. Anyway, it's not a game unless you think comedy's a game, which is a game of fun. But it's also a fun podcast. But yeah, so yeah, I got those, and that just kind of like what you're saying. It's like it's kind of fun to learn all that stuff. And like I just read those kind of like textbooks. Like people read like narrative, like Girls Gray Girl.
Sure.
I think I just combined Gone
Gilmore
Girl,
Girls, 50 Shades of Grey.
I think I combined 50 Shades of Grey with Gone Girl. But whatever, those I assume are like narrative story.
Yeah.
Or Harry Potter, I guess I could have said. Which I still like it, but I don't know. I like just reading textbooks, which is weird. Most people don't like that, but it's like I just like learning more. And then I was like, I'll get certified in Udemy. I'll have some more fuck around with some more gaming stuff there too.
That'd be legit. Yeah.
Yeah. Which also reminds me, speaking of reading Harry Potter, there was a note this week from the developers working on the Harry Potter Legacy, which is that new big RPG Harry Potter game, which looks awesome. Like, it's pretty much Bully meets the Harry Potter world, which is awesome. Like Rockstar's Bully, which is like you're in the school bully. And
I never played it, but like all the gameplay I've seen seems like, especially how they interact with like all the Slytherin kids and stuff like that, where there's definitely some drama that goes on between them and stuff like that. And if you're not kind of laying over those larger Harry Potter themes with Voldemort and everything like that, because it sounds like they're focusing more on the school and
I don't
day-to-day stuff.
It's in like the 1800s, so it's before Harry Potter.
Yeah,
it's just called that because it's like the Harry Potter universe. But the fact that they've related it to the Bully game, which is like a hard R, it was almost an adult rated game. Like basically you're a kid in high school that like bullies the shit out of like your student, angsty teenage rebel, but open world in high school. So think of Grand Theft Auto in the world of just high school.
Yeah.
And that's what Bully was. With just as ridiculous storylines as Grand Theft Auto does in high school. So when the devs like read it to that, I was like, I was in for this game. I am so fucking in. If you're gonna do that, I mean, I know they're not gonna have like, it's not gonna be like mature.
No, they're gonna keep it.
But like, if for the record, if there was, oh god, that'd be awesome. But I'm so in when just relating that you're mentioning it in the same vein as Bully, and it's gonna be that kind of style, and like, oh cool, so I'm gonna be able to fully do whatever I want and like fuck around and really be like a full Slytherin or a fucking Gryffindorian or a Hufflepuff,
Ravenclaw.
Whatever. No one gives a shit about this, but
oh, I beg to differ.
Gryffindor and Slytherin are where
some people will fight you for that.
Yeah, no, Hufflepuffs are too nice, and Ravenclaws, who gives a shit? They're like, yeah, I was gonna be like, they're like the Baltimore Ravens. I think that's literally because they're literally Ravens in it.
Yeah,
and I think
there wasn't too much of a line that you drew.
Well, I think their colors are also purple now that I think about it.
I believe so.
Yeah, which is what they're. The Hufflepuffs are. Who cares? Gryffindor's red. Slytherin's green. Hufflepuff sounds like pink. Every time I hear Hufflepuff, I think of Jigglypuff.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, that's
Hufflepuff sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah. And but like their actions, it's Jigglypuff, just like a nice, cozy, like I feel safe. Hufflepuffs like just seem safe. They're like the nice people. Gryffindors are like trying to be the leaders or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Slytherins are like badasses that like don't care about morality. Morality is like an option to Slytherins, as far as I understand it. So I was like, I was always kind of like, I could do Gryffindor or Slytherin, maybe lean a little more slithy. But.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite jokes is just playing like volleyball, and if you like dink it over on your second hit, it's like a legal move, but usually kind of seen as a little bit of a backhanded or like.
Oh yeah.
So every time my team's just like 10 points for Slytherin.
There we go.
Yep.
Well, Slytherin works out. But yeah, so Teardown is awesome. I'll definitely stream it this week.
Oh yeah.
This week being the week before New Year's, if you're listening to it then. Because I'm pretty excited. I love it's a lot of fun. The heist and everything, it's a ton of fun for that game.
Nice.
I just realized though, if we split this in two, how are we doing the trivia?
It's just gonna be on one of them.
Okay. Or I do trivia. I do trivia like at like
you
the
do
50
trivia
minute
now.
Yeah, I do trivia. Then
Go.
you do trivia at the end.
Do it now.
We got to get good. Actually, we're actually pretty much at 40 minutes.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Well, I'll do. We get a couple more minutes. Give them a little more content.
All right.
But although I might get whatever.
No, I think the perfect one is Prop Hunt because it's dumb, but it's also terrific.
I haven't actually known anything about this game.
So it's not a game. It's like a game mode. It was Call of Duty that I was playing it in. And yeah, my brother Wyatt showed it to me. And
that makes sense.
You basically get to play. It's like hide and seek.
Oh, but you become like a telephone booth or something.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, there's telephone booth, trash can, like some random
arcade
pillar.
machine.
Yeah, and you move around like your character. Like you can jump, you can climb, whatever. But then you just have to hide in certain spots, and then the other team just gets their guns and they go around shooting at inanimate objects until they find the people hiding. And it is like a lot of weird strategy where
that's almost like Metal Gear Solid, where you can like hide as like the box and stuff like that.
It's basically a multiplayer gamified version of that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you can set decoys and stuff and move those around. But it really does become a very interesting strategy. Just what options you have, where you can go, and then whether or not you just sit put and wait for somebody to go by, or you just
can you kill somebody as the prop guy?
No,
So you like the only outcome
is you can use.
The only outcome is you die
or survive.
Oh, is there a time limit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. No, and there are like some very interesting ones where I was like a little gas canister, but I actually found this spot in the map where there was a little welding station and like 3 other gas canisters. So I just sidled up next to one of those. But as soon as the guy starts like shooting toward it, I'm just like, and running around as a little gas canister.
Dude, why didn't you just stay there though and be like, oh, it's not it?
Well, like it's once you're hunting and you like know what you're looking for or what you're doing, if you decide like that you're going to inspect this area, you basically just systematically shoot everything in that area.
Right. But like how much health do you have that how many, it's like, could you survive a couple shots and then just like don't move?
You get like the hit markers. So if they start hitting you,
they know
that it's like,
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like, could you just sit there and be like, nope, it's not that.
No.
You just take the hit and be like, survive with 10%. That would have been cool. Okay. That still sounds like I actually, I never played that, but I see it's in Cold War. So like, I definitely have to fuck with that. That looks pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And he said there were a couple different games that did it, which I would, it's almost like how the, what was the first game to do the zombie one is like an add-on.
Oh yeah. The other game is Fortnite.
Oh, there you go. What was the game that did zombies as like an add-on and then it became a whole game later?
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's Call of Duty. Call of Duty does do the ridiculous shit. Now it's Call of Duty and it's is it Treyarch or Activision? I think it's Treyarch. Yeah, it's whoever does Black Ops. They own the rights for the zombie mode. That's why the other one.
Gotcha.
Because every year it's a different developer.
Yep.
So Cold War is zombies again.
So are they just trying to find out other things to do? Well, it's not.
So the other one is trying to figure out shit that's like they had something. I forget what they had in the last one. It wasn't zombies, but it was like pretty close. It was like ridiculous, some ridiculous thing that there's like, okay, this is just zombies. Like, because zombies is so fucking huge. It's like it just be something. I think a lot of that is because that field is lacking for fun, competitive multiplayer mode because Left 4 Dead left a massive void. Yeah, because it was huge and it just left a massive void. But that's why Back 4 Blood, which is just fucking Left 4 Dead 3, because it's the same developers, they're just not allowed to call it that because they don't own the rights to the name anymore. I think that is going to be take away zombies from Call of Duty. Like, because I think all the people that are playing that are like, oh, cool, we can just go back to this, and that's like, that's going to be
that's
fucking huge.
kind of the thing is it didn't necessarily start a genre, but infused
just
like
filled
a
the
lot
void.
more of that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Because Left 4 Dead, a lot of people played it, but nowhere near as many people that play Call of Duty. So you introduce something like that, and it's almost like Call of Duty is doing the marketing for Back 4 Blood,
because they're getting the Left 4 Dead audience. They're like, well, we don't have any new, because like it's Left 4 Dead 2 is still like you can still play it, but it's like 10 years old now. It's like why? It's like, oh, just play Call of Duty Zombies. It can kind of create your squad against zombies. So it's kind of like, and they have ridiculous shit that you can do during it. It's fun.
Yeah.
So
I think those kind of like alternative game modes are such a great thing too for games in general, but any kind of online multiplayer games specifically. But the fact that you can use like all your same assets, all your same characters, and
that's
even sometimes the same maps, but just be able to like change how the gameplay is. I feel like that's kind of going to be the future of DLC, where you don't have to really create too much more, but you get so much more out of it just by changing a couple rules.
I think for like multiplayer modes, it's true, but like for story modes, you kind of do want like
no, absolutely,
that. But yeah, I would say, yeah, that's pretty much what DLC has been. They're like, oh, we got new maps or locations, but a bunch of it's like reused assets and shit like that.
Yeah,
which
like,
works sense.
I think maps and skins are good. That's like a good in
that's
between
but you can reuse assets from previous maps in yours, so you don't have to rebuild like the props or whatever the fuck you're talking about. So,
but like skins are the most cheap way out of a DLC.
Oh yeah, and that's like, I mean, that's how Fortnite and Call of Duty make their money.
Yeah,
like because people are buying all the skins or the battle pass or like the skins for the guns. Like, do you want tie-dye camo? I'm like, yeah, dude, it looks fucking cool. Like, do you want this keychain thing? And it's like, yeah. It's the same with Valorant, the weapon skins, all those games. That's why they're all free, because they just make money. You'll spend the $60 over time, and then you can spend potentially, like, maybe you only spent $0 to $10, right? But this other person spends $300, so they just bought enough for 4 people.
Yeah,
and that's kind of how they make it. So eventually, they make more money, and they can always continue to make more money. And that's why they're like, "Oh, I'll make the game for free. I don't care about the $60 buy-in, because I'm gonna on the overarching like sales platform, I'm going to make a fuckload more money in the end." So. Which is, I mean, they've all proved that philosophy. If you have a game that's addictive enough, Fall Guys is the same way. If you have a game that's addictive, basically all the battle royales are structured this way.
Yeah.
And now multiplayer just any FPS game that's multiplayer now, it's Valorant, Counter-Strike. They're all structured this way now, that it's like the loot crate craze and all that shit.
I'm just very interested to see if it'll be more alternative game modes in the future, that it just gets so saturated with like skins and maps and stuff like that, that they're going to have to do something new and exciting to get people to really buy into the DLCs. And I think that's an excellent way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to give them something actually new, like new maps or something like that. That's like, because, or else like, what's the point of buying it? And like, unless it's just their same old shit. That's why story DLC to me is important, because it's like, that's continuing the campaign.
Yeah. But I also like games that allow you to kind of make your own alternative game modes. I mean, you saw it first with GoldenEye and stuff like that, where you could do slappers only. You could do like just proximity mines or something like that, where you have this game, you kind of wear out like the normal way of playing it, but then it feels like a whole new thing, just switching one little thing up. I mean, that's what we were doing with Smash Brothers. After we got bored of like fighting with our favorite characters,
right?
Just going to random characters and trying to like figure someone else out while someone else is figuring their character out, and just dealing with it as you go.
Yeah,
which I mean, it livens it up a little bit, and I'm excited to see more of that kind of stuff in the game industry.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, that's true. That's the thing. It's like, that's great for like the multiplayer stuff, and it's like, I just don't want to lose the single player story, but like I do like that. Rockstar actually is a really good example of this, because GTA Online, it's like they haven't released a new GTA for a full generation, right? GTA 5 was a PS3 game. They updated it to come out on PS4, so it actually originally came out on 3. So they skipped an entire generation. Now we're on 5, right? So it's like they got to make 6 because GTA Online. They're like, we just punch so much content, but their new content adds a new map and new stuff that you can do in the multiplayer. And so it's like it's filling that need, but it's also has they have real new voice, like famous celebrities doing the voice acting and a new story in it.
That's
so
cool.
And they asked, so is Rockstar this the new Rockstar thing? And they're like, no, we're absolutely still 100% focused on delivering narrative, story-driven experiences, single-player story-driven experiences, which is basically confirmed like Grand Theft Auto 6. It's like just fucking say
more
that
than the road in the mountains,
right?
Or whatever.
Yeah. So it's nice, but it's also nice that's like, hey, that's where home is, because like if Sony has proved anything this year or last year, single story, people are like, it's all about multiplayer now. Single story driven games are still drive the industry. They still win. Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, all these things. They go Cyberpunk. I mean, they sell fuckloads of money. I mean, Cyberpunk still sold 13 million units, and that includes the refunds. So that, I mean, doesn't like that's they subtracted the refunds from that.
Shit.
So, and that's 13 million ones they sold. So multiply each of that by $60, and that's how much they. So like they're hurting, but they're not hurting, and that's after they refunded everybody. Yeah. So it's like, and that's a single player story. So it's like there is a massive market for that.
Yeah,
and it's not just Call of Duty of the world. So you can do both. And Grand Theft Auto is a perfect example of doing an excellent single player story, narrative story, and then adding the online component later. Red Dead Redemption. I mean, Rockstar has it done to like a science. I mean, they're like almost unfair to compare to other developers because like they start off like with a great small team, and now they're probably the juggernaut of anybody.
I need to try the online again for GTA 5 because I did that when it like first came out, and
it's completely
wasn't super impressed, and that's what I hear. And I see stuff online where I'm like, what game is this? Like GTA 5?
It's just like its own. It's like, what game do you want it to be? And that's like what GTA Online is. It's crazy. Well, we should do it and take a heist, because they're doing a thing right now until it comes out on PS5, which is like I think like next May or something, which will be free. They're giving everybody with a PS5 gets it for free.
Nice.
You get $1 million every month in GTA Online cash as long as you signed in. So then that way, when it comes out on PS5, you can have like a bankroll, not just outside of your strip clubs and casinos and shit that you own and all that stuff. So I guess that would be considered one of those good heist things, but it's not the destructible environments that Teardown is. So I just like how big Teardown is like, and it's still like technically in beta. It's an early access game.
Yeah,
but it's so much fucking fun.
I feel like that's the game like I would have wanted to make.
Teardown.
Yeah.
Teardown is I'm so glad I actually saw it because it was on Middle Ditch. He was streaming it.
Oh, there you go.
And I was like, what the fuck game is that? Like, it looks like ridiculous. And it was just like $15 on Steam. And I was like, all right,
hell yeah,
give it a try. And I was like, it's fucking awesome. It's just like a fun, like jump in for an hour or like spend 6 hours. Like you can easily get in, get out, pause it, save it, quick save, whatever.
Yep.
So it is awesome. But I don't even remember what the fuck we're talking about. But it was great. Grand Theft Auto Online, blah, blah, blah.
So you got some trivia for me?
Yeah, we could jump into some trivia. We'll do that. Gotta just finish some coffee.
Or I can do mine because it is kind of Christmas related.
Well, mine's related to stuff I referred to also in the beginning of this episode.
All right, fair enough. Go for it.
We'll do it. We can just. We might not cut this into 2 episodes. This might just be one long one. We might take a break. I don't know, or do a quick one next week. Or we could do. Well, actually, do you come back next Sunday?
Yeah, like 10 p.m.
Well, no, I'm kidding. I think I have it. We'll figure it out. This might become the 2, might not be. We'll figure it out. You're learning this as we are. This is a team event here. Let's you just do your Christmas trivia.
All right, sounds good. So we are talking
Sage
about
is listening. Snowbells fly.
The
Snow is freezing. Walking around, jokes all over town, talking about trivia time.
Not bad. By the way, not bad.
That's
fuck off. That was great. The Sage's glistening drive.
So I am talking about Christmas DLCs. So I'm going to give you a
digital longevity connections.
I'm going to give you a game.
Downloadable content.
It's a possible DLC.
Okay.
And you have to tell me if
this is bullshit. So I'm looking at the Twitch channel and there's like people with like 50,000 active viewers, and I'm looking at us, it's like 5.
Yeah. We're getting there,
We'll
people.
get it.
They shouldn't show me that though. It's like recommended channel. I'm like, fuck you, man. You're just shoving it in my face. Anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Just was like, ugh.
All right, so these are official like DLCs, add-ons, or updates from the developers for these games. You have to tell me if it's a real thing or if it's a fake thing.
If it's a real DLC or a fake DLC?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to tell me the game or the developer so I have like
Yes.
some hint, or is it just
Yes.
arbitrary content?
So first is Ghost of Tsushima, Snowfall Ninja.
Wait, is this like a specific? So it's not the name of the DLC. You're talking about like these could be outfits,
No, it's the DLC.
like package name.
Yeah.
Okay, but some of them are like outfit collections. You're saying?
I think all of them have. There's only one that's outfits. The
Okay.
rest of them are all like some kind of either map or playthrough or
Okay.
mission or
I'm gonna say no.
Dead Rising, stocking stuffers.
Yes.
Cyberpunk 2077, Cyberclaws.
No.
NBA Jam On Fire Edition.
No.
Overwatch Winter Wonderland.
I never played Overwatch. Yes.
Doom Eternal, Hell Freezes Over.
Is this like you keep saying edition? Is this like edition of the update of the game or the separate DLC? Because those are two different things.
Like a Christmas themed
DLC.
add-on.
Okay. Let's just say yes to that. They did just have an update DLC. I don't know what it's called though.
Flight Simulator, Santa's Sleigh.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Hitman, Holiday Hoarders.
No. I don't know. Maybe.
The Escapist, Santa's Sweatshop.
I hope so. I was listening to The Night Santa Went Crazy by Weird Al Yankovic on Christmas, and my mom was like, "What is this?" Because it's like it's just Santa just murdering everybody.
Yes, I
I
do
don't
remember that.
I love it. And it's like chopped up Dancer and Pretzel, chopped up like Freddy Krueger. And it's like I was like, oh, my mom was like, turn this shit off. Say Christmassy. I'm like, Mom, it's a Christmas. It's about Santa.
It is a Christmas song.
Yeah, it's just a fact.
All right. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Reindeer Rescue.
No.
Call of Duty, Snowball Fight.
I hope so. So let's say yes. I would like that.
Animal Crossing, Toy Day.
No, that sounds terrible name if that's what that is. If that is true, that's a horrible fucking name.
Saints Row, How the Saints Stole Christmas.
Did you say stoled?
Stole.
Okay, because if you would have said stoled, I would have been like absolutely yes, because that they would put some word because it's like gat out of hell and stuff like that. Let's go no.
Snow Runner, Heavy Sack.
Yep, I want it to be true. That's just I don't know if it is. I just want it to be true.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, Santa Sleighs.
Sure.
You got 4 or 5 right.
Jesus. Out of how many?
15.
Oh my god. So I just should have said yes to all of them.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You would have done better. Ghost of Tsushima, no, you got that right.
Okay.
Dead Rising, Stocking Stuffers, correct.
I know those two I knew because I remember
Yeah.
I knew there wasn't for Ghost of Tsushima because they just did the PlayStation DLC.
Yeah.
And then I knew Stocking Stuffers. I got that for Dead.
Correct that there's no Cyberpunk.
And I knew
They've got too much going
too
on.
much fixing bugs. I was like, all right. I was got the first 3. I was like, all right, I got
Yeah.
this.
NBA Jam On Fire Edition, you can play as Santa and elves.
Oh,
That was the only one that was just
okay. So
skins.
that's okay, but like, whatever. That would be like a different game. Is my point. That's like Game of the Year edition, saying that's like a Christmas version.
I think it was a DLC.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because it's called edition, makes it sound like it's the game. Whatever.
Yeah, I believe
don't
it
really
was an
care.
add-on. Overwatch Winter Wonderland, you were correct. That
Cool.
is one. Doom Eternal Hell Freezes Over was not.
Yeah, they did just have a DLC come out, and I didn't know what the name was, so I was like, sure.
Flight Simulator Santa Sleigh was not.
Oh,
It is a mod that like the community has made, but it
okay.
is not anyway official.
Oh, that's bullshit. Fuck you, Microsoft. How do you drop the ball on that? Because they have
Right?
that, not Microsoft, but what is it? NORAD has a Santa tracker every year.
Yep.
And it's like, how the fuck do you miss on that opportunity?
right.
Yeah.
Hitman Holiday Hoarders is a DLC. It's two thieves are
When did
like
that come out?
stealing
Are these
presents
all
and you're
this year?
taking them down. They're not all this year.
Oh, that's what fucked me up, because Hitman 3 comes out in 3 weeks.
Okay.
And I was like, they're not going to release the DLC for 2 when the 3 comes out in like 3 weeks. They're just going to want to save the money to have the DLC for 3. So that's why I said no to it.
Yeah. A lot of them are, but not all of them.
Okay.
The Escapist, you were right. Santa Sweatshop. I've never played the Escapist.
I haven't, but dude, I might now.
Miles Morales.
I've actually heard it's great.
Reindeer Rescue is not.
I knew that was not.
Call of Duty Snowball Fight is.
Yes.
And I really want to play that. Animal Crossing Toy Day is the actual name.
Oh my god, it's so fucking stupid. Oh my god.
Because I think
I'm sorry, Salvo, if you're listening, but that's fucking stupid.
I think they're just trying to do like a very general kind of thing.
Yeah. No,
So
I
there's
got
like new clothing, furniture, and items.
Oh my god.
Saints Row: How the Saints Stole Christmas is.
Yes.
You get to fight Santa Claus
That's awesome.
with a W for the audio listeners.
Wait, that's more than 5 then. It sounds
You
like
said no.
Oh, I thought it said it was.
You said I want it to be, but no.
Oh, I thought I said it did.
SnowRunner Heavy Sack is not.
Damn.
And then
a
Tony
real
Hawk
shame.
Crusader Santa Sleighs is also not.
Yeah, I didn't really think that was, but I was like, I just felt like I wanted to start being positive.
I just had fun putting these together
Yeah.
and making up Christmas puns. That's
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, we'll jump into not my coffee apparently, because it's gone, baby. We're doing this at like 9 in the morning. We're like, how do you want it? Normally we do it like 4 p.m. We're like, let's do a 9 a.m. one because Sage got a date. But so let's go to my trivia. All right. So as usual, my trivia is I've had hints throughout the day. So we're talking Far Cry.
Oh.
Now, if you recall back to our GYGP shower mix, which we will make on Spotify, to the shower mix, obviously I was listening to Sweet, the love theme from...
I'm just forgetting his name. I know exactly what it is, but
Okay.
Vin Diesel.
No.
Oh, Blood Dragon.
And that is Far Cry
5.
3. Well, you got Blood Dragon. That was more surprising than I thought. So that made me think of how interesting Far Cry is.
Is it
the
Blood
legacy.
Dragon what the Vikings did? Oh, Blood Eagle.
Blood Eagle, yeah. Yeah. Then sure.
We won't go into that now.
Yeah. All right. So let's go Far Cry. So Far Cry actually has kind of an interesting history. Who is the developer of Far Cry?
No idea.
Okay. Normal people would say Ubisoft because they published the original Far Cry and all of them since. But actually, the developer is Crytek in 2004, who created Crysis. They developed Far Cry just to show off the Crytek engine.
Oh, cool.
And then they got a massive amount of money from EA to just develop Crysis, which also showed off the Crytek engine. So they sold in 2006 all the rights to Far Cry to Ubisoft. So they created the first Far Cry game was Crytek, and then they sold all the rights, including to the first game, to Ubisoft. So Ubisoft has made it since then. So they went. Okay. So it stopped using the Cry engine and started using the Dino engine or whatever, which is based basically off the Cry engine. And yeah, so I always thought that was interesting because you don't see that a ton in games where it's like you have a wildly successful game and then the company just kind of sold it because they just wanted to just do Crysis. And now they're on like Crysis 3 or 4, but should have kept Far Cry, a lot bigger franchise, feels like. But they want to push the boundaries of like graphics, which all the Crysis games do. Because like I remember when the first one came out, it was like impossible to run on like the best hardware. So anyways, that's kind of fun. So The origin was actually Crytek, but then it shifted to Ubisoft. So,
Que curiosa.
how many total Far Cry games are there? So that's main series and spin-off series.
9.
There's 14.
Okay.
There is 6 main series and 8 spin-offs.
Damn.
Yeah, and then that's not even including another technical spin-off. So one of their spin-offs, which I referenced earlier, is Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, which is a mod of Far Cry 3 or like a expansion to Far Cry 3. That expansion, another game series separate from Far Cry, actually liked it so much they used it to make another expansion to their game using the name Blood Dragon. What game was that? It's also a very popular franchise. Brum, 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 brum. that was a hint.
Yeah. It's not Forza.
Brum, 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 brum. Brum, brum.
Like
I'm
dirt.
nailing that. No, we'll just stop you there. Nope. It was Trials. So Trials Fusion, Trials, the dirt bike type, and it was Trials of the Blood Dragon specifically.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was like Trials, Trials 2, Trials HD, Trials
It's
Evolution.
like a little
Trials
closer.
Fusion, Trials
Dirt's like it has dirt bikes in it, right?
Yeah, but Trials of the Blood Dragon was just like such a weird spin-off that's like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So how many copies of Far Cry how many have they exceeded? So I don't need the exact number, but how many has it gone over?
Like all of them together?
If you combine since 2014. So like in 2014, that's when these numbers are from. It exceeded this number. What was the number it exceeded?
500 million.
20 million units. 500 million would be like the greatest selling game of all time. But like 500 million times 60, that's like more than a GTA. But yeah.
What's GTA at?
6 billion.
Damn.
Yeah, it's sold one or two games. Yeah, that's what I said. Rockstar is like a juggernaut, and they haven't released the game. Anyway, they haven't released the game for a whole generation. Yeah, it's still always the best.
What's 500 million divided by 60?
It wouldn't be divided by 60. It'd be multiplied by 60.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get back to the number that you said.
20 million?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to get it? What do you mean?
Because I was just thinking sales, but you're saying copies.
Oh, you're saying $500 million.
Yeah.
Okay, so just do 20 million times 60. 2 times 6.
120.
Yes. Okay, I was like, and then just start adding additional.
So still wildly
120.
off.
Yeah. $120 million is what that's. Yeah. Well, actually, no. I think it's what? No, it's. Yeah. That should be correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Me doing math while talking is like almost a non-existent thing. I need to stop, furrow my brow,
you're like, please don't make me do that. Here, we'll check my math. Pretty confident in that, though.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm gonna put
that being said, if these numbers are from 2014,
yeah, it's 120.
Might be pumping these numbers up.
What?
Said if those numbers are from
that's what I'm saying. This as of 2014. Yeah. But yeah, so it's pretty crazy that it spun off multiple series and it wasn't even developed by Ubisoft. So I just thought that was an interesting thing. And I, during the shower mix, I was like, oh, I think that should be the trivia today. So we haven't talked so much about Far Cry, and I love Far Cry.
I think the farthest I've gotten into Far Cry is photoshopping my brother's head on the guy's head that was on the ground in the poster. Right? Wasn't that Far Cry with the dude and the gun, sitting on the beach?
Yeah.
And
that's that's true. How about well, I will say Far Cry 6's villain is the guy who's the villain in everything now. If you just guessed who is the most popular villain to put in any TV show or movie, it's one person. You got it.
Like a character type or like the
actual actor? The actual actor.
Oh God.
Okay, it's Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh,
as in the bad guy from The Mandalorian and Breaking Bad, Gus Fring.
Yeah,
And he's like literally in fucking everything now.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that dude is like, he's in like so much shit
because
nowadays.
like Far Cry 6 is like some uprising or something like that.
No, that's Far Cry 5. Far Cry 6 hasn't come out yet, but they just
I know. But the trailer, like, isn't he like a guy, like a dictator or something?
I mean, they're
always
like
storming the gates, and
I don't remember. Yeah, yes, they are. I mean, for the record, you could just insert the numerical value of Far Cry.
all of them.
They're all like the other one's an uprising, like in like the middle of the country in U.S. and the other ones are all like in the Himalayas. Far Cry 4 is like some crazy dictator thing. It's always just, they basically always have this like same general structure that they just kind of fit in new villains to.
Right.
But it works. I mean, the story's fun and the game's just crazy as shit. But yeah, so that's what I had for trivia today for my shower time mix. Yeah, that's right. It was a good time. I definitely got to start streaming some more Teardown this week as well. But yeah, so now I just thought we'd go in Far Cry. I'm like half awake. This coffee is not hitting me. I thought it was going to hit me. 2 cups is like still not doing it. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I'll be doing more of the Oculus this week.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see what games there are. It is
Super Hot VR is on that, or
yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that because I played it on the Switch, which was fun,
but it's not the same as the
I think that's like going to be one of the only games that I'm going to play through twice on different systems.
Gotcha. And you like the finger? You said there's finger tracking on it.
Yeah. So the like hand things that you have, they have 2 triggers, and one is like a trigger, like an action trigger,
sure,
but the other is like a grip trigger.
Okay.
So if you're like, first off, one of the cool things is like I played my brother's version and got to just like dive into some games, which is great, but kind of like the Astro World on the PS5,
right? Like the tutorial kind of like, here's how the controller works thing.
They have like a little tutorial game.
Okay.
And it just puts you in like this little like VR room. You have like a screen in front of you, but then it just starts populating this desk in front of you with different stuff. And if you like drop it on the floor, then it just reappears on the desk. So first it just gives you some cubes and it's like, learn how to pick this up. And you're just like, you can try and like toss it to yourself, which is very interesting. That's probably one of the harder things to do.
Okay.
Is like catch something that is midair, and like the physics are all kind of real and stuff with it, which is cool. And then you get like a ping pong paddle and just start whacking that thing around. Then you get this like remote control that you pick up, which is kind of interesting because it's shaped like the control that you're holding.
Okay.
But like you have like your grab trigger, and then you can steer around this little blimp.
Oh,
it just like flies around in air. Then you have like these rockets that you pull a tab and then just like let go. So I was like flying the blimp out and then trying to shoot it with these little rockets. Sweet.
Yeah.
But then a game system appears on there, and it's like Inception, where you're already like in a VR game. You plug in a cartridge, and then it puts you in like another game.
Oh my god!
And the one was like just kind of shooting, like getting used to guns, which it had like single gun, dual wielding. But then the third one was like a machine gun, and you actually had to hold like both your hands, and it had like this weird way of aiming, like and it's just really cool to kind of teach you the whole mechanics of it. And then the other game was like dancing with a robot, which I was really glad no one walked in.
Just slow dancing with a robot?
No, it like wants you to like spin it around, and then it's like, move your arm.
Oh my god!
I think I have to finish this because I don't see a back button.
That's hilarious and awesome. Actually, I wish I would have saw that. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I got to get more of these.
Gives you the option to exit, like as he's reaching out his hand up, like dance again. You're like, sorry,
bye. Turn you down. No more dancing for you. I got to play this. Yeah, we got to play it one time. Because I haven't seen it yet. Because I'm really curious. I wanted to play that because I was heard the hand triggers are way better than like the PlayStation Move ones. And then also the that's what and the Valve Index, because they both have like different control. And apparently I think the Index is like now considered the best one, but like they're really close.
Yeah.
Because like, and a lot of it's from the controller, and I want to see how the controller like works.
So so it has like sensors in it. So even though you're gripping and like making a fist, you can put your index finger out and it'll like sense that. So if you want to press a button, you can actually like hold your finger out and press a button. If you want to do like a thumbs up, it like sees where your thumbs are in the little ring and everything. So it's,
that's cool.
Yeah, it has a really neat kind of feel where you can actually like touch your fingers together on like the VR hands, and it's pretty damn close to what it is.
Damn, that's crazy. So yeah, so now Sony's getting the only thing good about the PlayStation VR is it's just connected to your PlayStation system, so you get those games. I guess it's like that's it. But like that's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with this. That's what, Quest 2, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to play that a little more.
And then it's cool too, just the stuff that isn't games. Like they have all of these artists that do 3D animation scenes.
Yeah.
And like one of them's Conan the Barbarian, just like sitting there with a sword and like wind blowing through his hair. But it's like
that's awesome.
It looks kind of hand drawn, but in 3D, and it's really interesting. And they're static, so they're definitely kind of like weird to watch. Yeah. Where it's just his hair blowing and like his sword like moving up and down as he breathes. But the fact that you can like kind of move your head around and it gives you like a parallax version, or you can set like a thing to like spin around it. There's one that's the Iron Giant where you're in his hand just walking slowly.
They like hand you down the things? That's awesome.
Yeah. So
speaking of Vin Diesel.
Yeah, there you go. There's just like a lot of
full circle here.
Neat side things that you can see that the surface is being scratched of what these things are going to be able to do.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to find, or like till movies are actually made to really optimize it and stuff. Yeah. There's one where I like watched manta rays just floating around for 15 minutes just because it feels like the full scope of it, and you're underwater and you have not a 360 view, but like this full 180 view of something that I've never seen in real life before.
That sounds fucking cool. Yeah. That makes me want to play this so much more because it sounds like awesome. Like I feel like we're getting to the Oculus Quest because it's like not attached to anything.
Yeah.
And how good the handheld controls are. I feel like we're getting to like the point where it's like, all right, VR should now be a thing that people want, because like it's all the cables and stuff with PlayStation's like a bitch, but then like in the Valve Index, but you need like a powerful PC because then you get the better graphics on it. So it's like, I think, right, it's like we can get to like 4K, like 6 millisecond refresh rate on it.
Yeah.
Cordless. Then it's like, I think that's when VR explodes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that is one of the things is you can tell that
and it adds the
haptic
feedback and stuff like from the PlayStation 5 in it. So you're really starting to feel. I feel like they incorporate those two things, which I think we're definitely on the trajectory for that. Maybe PlayStation VR 2 will do it or something like that. That is what I feel like when it's like gonna blow up, when it's like, all right, we finally have the VR that we fucking will, like in the Ready Player One shit, that we finally have what we want to make it be like, now it's more than a gimmick or more than just like, oh, that's fun for a little bit.
Yeah. And figuring out how to move. I think you just need to like attach to a joystick. But that is one of the cool things about
or putting
VR,
or like getting it cheaper so you can get the depth cameras in a room. You can put them around your room.
Yeah.
So then you can just physically walk around that room and it's detecting it, because that's kind of what the Valve Index does.
Yeah.
You put base stations around and then you just walk.
Oh, cool. Work.
And do it. So it's kind of like knows where you are.
Yeah.
But you have to, and it's like it comes with like 1, but you can get up to like 4, so you can get like better environment set up and stuff. So
nice. Cool.
That's kind of sweet, I think. But,
yeah.
But I think I don't want to drag it out. We might just have to. We'll figure out a second episode. So everything we said was a lie. Not all the content that was all true, and the shower mix definitely true. I think this is the part 1 of 1. I think is where we're at.
Fair enough.
And we'll figure out next. Maybe we'll just do a quick one. Actually, I do have a great idea, but I won't say it on here because I have an idea that will work.
Okay.
Or it might not. But yeah, so we'll definitely be streaming this week. Keep gaming. We will have a newer episode. So this is part 1 of 1.
So Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. So that whole thing we were talking about in the first 20 minutes, forget that.
Don't even worry about it.
Keep gaming. Glad you guys game it. And don't forget to send us your video game shower mixes. If you want to directly do them to Sage, that's absolutely fine as well at Lumberjack Rules, or just to the pod at GYGP at anything. I actually don't remember my at anything. I think it's like JRob2424 or Jax04. It's
something
one of
like
those.
that, yeah.
Just find that guy. Send him to that guy. But yeah, we'll make a Spotify playlist. And if Apple does that, I don't know if they do, but I know Spotify does. But anyways, I'll stop talking. Keep gaming. I hope you guys had a great holiday and good New Year, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye, people on